Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Raimi bin Zulkifli and my metric number is 2021 and 02. Today I would like to present maintenance of oil palm. So let's get started. Firstly, palm oil is a crop with a high yield. Compared to other vegetable oils, it delivers a substantially higher production at a lower cost. Palm oil production and uses are rapidly increasing around the globe. Next is introduction of weeding. Firstly, the basic area of oil palm is kept free of weed growth through rain weeding. It is more important for young palm, root of which are to be kept free from competition. Next is depending on the extent of weed growth and rainfall, hand weeding is carried out even up to 4 times in a year during early year of the plantation, which is progressively reduced to 2 rounds a year. Next, herbicide application has become common in recent years. And the last one is care must be taken in the choice of herbicide and its application to prevent the damage of young palm. Next, we go to the type of weed control. Controlling weed in forest crop production may involve a wide range of techniques. Nevertheless, virtually all weed control methods may be classified into one or more of 5 main categories. The 5 categories of weed control are preventive weed control, cultural weed control, mechanical weed control, biological weed control, and the last one is chemical weed control. Next, we go to the next topic, which is herbicide. Firstly, herbicides are used in agriculture and woodland ecosystem to reduce the density of weed and promote the growth of desirable species. Use of herbicide in agrosystem may change the composition of weed population. Threat to plant biodiversity caused by habitat loss and invasive species are far greater than threat by the use of herbicide. The last one is impact of herbicide on biodiversity of target and non-target species and the role of weed control in preserving biodiversity are also discussed. The next one is herbicide. Herbicides are often divided into two groups, contact herbicide and systemic herbicide. Firstly, contact herbicides are toxic to the plant where they touch it. The most well-known contact herbicide is paraquat. The second is systemic herbicide. Move into the plant are transport to the stem, root and other leaves. The most well-known systemic herbicide is glyphosate. So this is some contact and systemic herbicide and their common brand name. You can see at table 1. Next is how to spray herbicide. Herbicide can be sold as liquid or as powder. Liquid herbicide are often mixed at 0.5, 1 or 2, which means 5, 10 or 20 ml per liter of water. The next is always prepare herbicide solution according to the instruction on the package. Ask order for you are not sure how to do it. Before getting started, make sure that the sprayer is properly calibrated so that is clear how much water comes out of the sprayer every minute. Do a spraying herbicide. Prepare the sprayer and do spraying following this step. Step 1 is fill the knapsack sprayer with water, example 10 liter. Step 2, add the herbicide, example 100 or 200 ml. Note, always use glove while adding the herbicide. Step 3 is close the lid and shake well. Step 4, fill the sprayer up with more water, example 5 liter until it is full. Step 5 is spray the weed with the herbicide solution. Per hectare is normally to spray 50 until 200 liter of solution, 0.5 to 2 liter of herbicide, depending of the number of weed. When doing clear weeding, not normally a good idea. More herbicide will be need, example to 300 liter per hectare. And step 6 is keep clear record of when you have sprayed and how much. And the last step is if it rain less than 4 hours after spraying, repeat the treatment but not if spraying ground ozone. Next, we go to the pesticide. Pesticides are defined under the Pesticide Act 1978 in Malaysia, Amendment 2002, as a substance used to control, prevent, destroy, weaken, repel, relieve, or reduce pests. Second is, like for any other agriculture crop, oil palm yield can be severely affected by pests that compete against the palm for nutrients, infect or damage the palm. Loss due to pests and effort to control pests are major obstacles in the cultivation of oil palm. Okay, now we go to the type of pesticide. About 900 active ingredients in 20,700 products currently sold in world market. Depending on the active ingredient, each type of poison serves a different purpose. And the third is pesticide can be divided into several types based on controlled pests, and which is insecticide for kill insect, fungicide for kill fungi, herbicide for kill weed, nematicide for kill nematodes, rodenticide for kill rodent, which is mice and rat. Molluscicide for kill mollusks, which is snail and slug. And the last one is microbicide for kill microbes. This is because all type of poison have different formulation for each type. And this is type of formulation. Type of formulation is emulsified concentrate, vegetable powder, soluble powder, granule, and the last one is aerosol. Okay, next is calibration. The calibration of the spraying of the poison liquid should be calculated correctly in order to obtain the optimal effect, the appropriate cost, and the appropriate efficiency of the spray. The second, usually some farmers still think that if they use an excessive dose, then it will quickly give the effect. Improper dosing will also result in immune effect on insect pests and other targets. The next is there are two important conditions for making the poison spray calibration. Firstly, the rate of coverage of the ground surface in square meter. The second is the amount of spray, which is output that come out of the sprayer in liter per minute. The next is the calibration formula requires three pieces of critical information. The firstly is the travel speed limit will be determined by measuring the distance traveled by water within 1 minute. To obtain the average reading value, the test must always be repeated several times. The second is whatever we use one or more nozzles, determine the width of the spray. A greater number of nozzles allow for a wide spray. The last one is the spray rate. We have to collect from one nozzle in one container for a minute record the amount accumulated from the spray and then mix all the accumulated amount and repeat several times to get the average reading. When making the spray, make sure that the pressure in the pump is same. Okay, now is example of calculation. The following example of calculation can be used for training only. Firstly is average walking distance per minute is 30 meter, spray wide 1 meter, spray rate 3.0 liter per minute, total sprayed area 3 liter per minute, total sprayed area 30 meter square, spray time per hectare 333.33 minutes per hectare. The number of liter per hectare is 1000 liter per hectare. Okay, you can see in this table. The count show the device had been calibrated for spray volume at rate of 1000 liter per hectare. If the recommended spray volume on the poison label is less than or more than 1000 meter per hectare, then the average walking distance and spray rate per minute should be changed as appropriate. Okay, last but not least, we go to the last topic on my presentation today, which is PPE. Firstly, what does PPE stand for? PPE stand for personal protective equipment. Next is, what does personal protective equipment mean? PPE, which is personal protective equipment, is the operation term for any form of equipment, clothing, appliance that can be worn or held, which provide the user with protection against either a single hazard or multiply health and safety hazard. Okay, next is, what is personal protective equipment? According to the Health and Safety Executive (HSE), personal protective equipment, which is PPE, is equipment that will protect the user against health or safety risk at work. It can include items such as safety helmet, glove, eye protection, high visibility clothing, safety footwear, safety harness, and it also include respiratory protective equipment, which is RPE. PPE isn't just limited to work, it also used in sport and other recreational activity. These items include swimming goggles, football shin pad, and rugby scrum cap. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.